Welcome to the Grand Design series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 20th of August 1943, which is a couple of months on from the end of the last part. And in that last part, I said that I wasn't going to populate this city until 1944. But by looking round, I've had a bit of a change of heart, simply because we are piling up a lot of over 21s, and they're starting to have a little bit of a negative impact now on our overall population. So rather than kind of let them consume food and other resources and have a negative effect, we're going to take a chance of putting them into this area here, and hopefully things won't go badly, is probably the polite way of saying this. Now, there are a couple of issues around this, so we may have a few problems, but there's not much I can do about it at the moment. So now, just to give you an update of what I've already prepared, we've got a truck that should be delivering gravel to here. I've decided to, rather than risk exposing my other population to shortages, what I've done is I've set up a small distribution office over here, which should be in the process of delivering clothes and electronics, which we are buying from the customs shed here. That also goes with the meat delivery as well. Now, I did have to spot a bit of a problem with the fire station here, so I had to kind of prioritize this building here so that we could ensure that we actually get fire workers into here. I think they can, yeah, we've got a dark blue and a pale blue, because I've got this footpath to ensure that that is going to be a little bit more extra coverage. So we're virtually ready to go. What we've got to do now is get some vehicles in here, and what we're going to do now, I've got the odd spare vehicles hanging around, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just buy these straight out the block. We're going to buy 4 here. The reason for this is that I'd rather have the spare vehicles in storage for my auto replacement, which is what we enabled in the last part. Got a Gaz A here, 1963. This one's marginally cheaper, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Now, I do know I've got ambulances, so we need to find the ambulances. I'm pretty sure we've got ambulances. Let me just see. Yeah, we've got 4 in depot. Just got to find them. Well, actually, we're actually getting workers in here. Ah, that's one thing else I need to do as well. I thought I'd done it. Anyway, we'll do the ambulances first. Then I'll come back to... Where would the ambulances be? They must be over here. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. So we'll steal the ambulances, because generally ambulances don't wear out very quick, because they don't do that much mileage, because they're always just traveling around the local area. So come here, we'll send you to there, send you to there, send you to there. Now, I've got a solution for the heating, which involves using these buses here. What we're going to do is use the workforce from here, because what will happen is when these shut down for the winter, they will create a bit of unemployment. So I'm going to use this as a way of providing employment during the winter. see what we got here. We got 2, and I think I've got 1 more. I'd like 3 buses here. I think I've got another bus just there. Get you there. And what you are going to do just is, wow. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on this. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. Why are you picking up bricks from here? You should now be picking up bricks from here. Steel's a bit more sketchy. Prefabs, you should be picking up from there as well. I'm not sure why you didn't have prefabs allocated. I know you don't have that much in the way of, but you may in the future. So, is there anybody else in this queue that might be a bit odd? Yeah, the steel is still a little bit sketchy. Exporting alcohol. Yeah, mechanical components, alcohol, electronics, yeah. Obviously we've got a little bit of a rush going on. Yeah, we're not, well, I mean, should get some steel out here, but the moment, let me just see. Yeah, it looks like we've got a possible problem with steel, but that's okay. Anyway, let's get back to what we got. Oh, we got a broken down truck here. Where are you? I think we're going to take an opportunity here to get rid of you. And we're going to come here. Now, this is also a good time to talk. It was a dumper, wasn't it? Let's go buy a dumper. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Well, I don't need to. But now, we are currently on 1943. Now, what's going to happen fairly soon, and this is something you do need to be aware about when you do an early start. If I come in here and show you the Western vehicles, which is what we're relying on quite a lot. Now, these really good ones will actually finish in 1949. That also applies to open holes and also covered holes here. Now, one thing you need to be aware of, and this relates to even if you start in 1960, the number of Western vehicles available in 1960 is very limited, simply because I think the idea is that it reflects the Cold War. So the Western vehicles in the base game is very limited, and that also tapers off with respect to the mods as well. So what we need to do now up into the next few years is start preparing our economy for this period where from the late 1940s, well, 1949, there's going to be about a 10-year period where we will be kind of stretching things a little bit before the actual, what you could call the base game vehicles start to arrive for both Western and Soviet era. So that's something that we do need to be aware of. What I do want to do now is we've just got to set up our thing. Yeah, so that's something that you do need to think a little bit about when you're actually playing with an early start, that you will get this kind of gap in the center. You've got 2 Russian bolts, waste trucks. I've got the game, I've told the game to actually manufacture some, but because we're going to need those there, I think what I will do, just in case we don't get the full 100% coverage. I'm going to buy a couple of small ones. Yeah, we could buy 2 of those. And what I've got to do is find the other waste truck, I think. I think I've got one here. And I should be producing them. We got a problem mechanical components here. What's going on here? Cannot store. We've got a problem with plastics. Where's the warehouse? Who is picking up plastics from the Tudor barn? You're delivering. This is repair control. Let me just take a quick look at this here. What the problem we got here is the fact that we're gonna have to sell the plastics. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll sell the plastics to the west, and we'll remove you for the moment. Then that means we'll actually make a bit more cash, because like I mentioned, we're going to need to build up a little bit of a war chest, because in about 1949, which is 6 years time, we're going to have to spend a lot of money on upgrading what Western trucks we're going to need. Anyway, I think we've now got to a point where we can start thinking about bringing in our workforce. We don't really have any unemployment here. What I'm looking for is any unemployment hotspots. We could probably steal some workforce from here. We'll put you up there for a little bit. We've got some workforce here. 23. I think we're just kind of, and we're still some from here. Oh, we got a lot of unemployment here, so we're still quite a lot from here for the moment. We'll group these as, and then we'll leave you that way. Right, so we're going to start with our, here we got unemployed workers 21. So we're going to start with you. Why is that not? Okay, we'll start with you. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in there. I mean, to be honest, the plastics industry, oil industry can afford the shortage. So we're just steal some more from there. And we're going to need to put some workers into here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6 in there. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. We've got 34 workers unemployed here. We'll go 1, 2, 3 in there. We'll do 3 in there. And then we'll just steal a couple more from there. Then what should happen is I'm gonna set you to there and there. You've got to keep at least the odd percent in there. 100% in there. And Your job is to go there 100%. Because this is the key building that we're going to need. We're going to let this building start to fill up, because that's the building that we're going to need to ensure that we got fire coverage, and we got staff in there. We were producing water, just make sure. Do we have water flow? I'm a bit worried about. Yes, we've got water flowing. I think the thing is that at the moment it's going to take a little while, because what's actually happening at the moment is these reservoirs are starting to fill up. So this reservoir won't start to fill up until that's 40 cubic meters. Okay, we'll just see if that fills up. They should fill up, because we're not like, I mean, we're pumping 40 cubic meters of water at the moment. Just check the sewage outfalls are working properly. Just a bit worried about this one. It's showing 0. I think we're okay. Whoops, helps if I actually let the game run. That might account for why this is not filling up. Yeah, it's pumping water, but it's not filling up at the moment. We may have to put an extra pipeline into here. Import, export, 40 cubic meters of water. I think what I will do is we'll put a second large pipe to there. I mean, it's not a problem, it's just that we need to make sure. Okay, we've got food here. Do we have enough servers? Probably. I mean, what should happen is this should start to settle down a little bit. How are we doing here? Okay, we still got 138. I want most of the new population to start to flow into here. So just let them flow into there. And hopefully things will settle down. One citizen unable to get food. Okay, pub tavern. Oh, I think we may not actually have a pub in here. Not that it's the end of the world. No, we don't actually have a pub. I want to demolish this road. This is the result of a bit of a problem I had here. Right, I think I'll see if I can get some more garbage trucks in. Got this Rousseau bolt here. We need to get into here. Where are you? Get you there. Yeah, what will happen is that. Oh, where are you going? I don't want you going all over there. If I reduce you to 1,000. Yeah, well, I want you to stay focused in this area, please. We built any more trucks here? Yep. We solved the plastics problem. Yep, it looks like we. So we can keep churning those out. Hopefully that will keep going. Just to show you here as well is we've got our farms filling up this harvest here, because of course we got the fertility. This farm up here is we're going to need to put in the necessary here. If you've got power now, yeah, no backtrace harvesting. I mean, I could put the chemical fertilizer in here, but there's no point. What I do need to do is, come to think of it, is we've got a pot 200. Wow, it's got 229 fertilizer. You're spreading the. We need you to start delivering fertilizer to the farm. Fertilizer, set it at on my, I think we'll drop you to 90% and set you to 90%. Oops. That will get us fertilizer in here. I think what I will do is buy some tractors so that we can fertilize the field during the winter. Right, what have we got in the way of tractors? You're 11, you're 20. So we got these CTX 30s. Let's just have a look at the setup for our farm over here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is a tractor as well. We got 8 actual what we call it. We've got 8 tractors. So we're gonna come here, and the best one we got is this CTX. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get 8 of them into here. Yeah, I've just caused a bit of a traffic jam here because these guys are filling up with fertilizer, but they'll be okay once they're ready to go. Right, let's get back to how's the unemployment in this area now. Just flip back to, yeah, the unemployment's still quite high. We've now got this here, so we got food flowing into here. This says it's closed for the winter. That's not very good, is it? Because it means that the temperature here is, this one's operating, but this one isn't. So obviously this one's got a different temperature gradient. Let me just check that. Orchard. Yeah, this requires temperature over 18 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this isn't going to be the most efficient setup. That's good to know, which is exactly the reason why when I was talking about it in the last part about setting this up, because it doesn't right now. The other thing I want to talk about is if I come over to here, where is it? We got another broken down truck here. Crop distrib. I'm gonna get you there. Year 67. I think we're going to replace you, get rid of you, and what I'm going to do is replace you with these western covered holes. I know we're actually paying for them, but the kind of model I'm using at the moment is that these vehicles are part of the Lend-Lease scheme coming via the Arctic convoys during the war, because we are still at war and we're still getting military supplies. And of course, it wasn't just purely military supplies that were sent up via the Arctic convoys. It was also food and other supplies to replace what was lost due to the war, because people tend to forget that in war, it's quite often it's the other things that actually get lost as well, which can cause problems. Let me just check the heating plant. Yeah, we're getting the maximum number of heating here. That means our hot water tank is running, so that's good. Let's see how our yeah, so all we got now is complaints about the pub and the tavern. What's that there? Is that a footpath or something? Yeah. I think if we can get the pub on this corner. Where's the alcohol? Cafe Beach Bar. This serves 32 people. Yeah, if we can sneak the pub on this corner. Get this up on high priority. We only need a gravel road. What on earth is this? This is a Taz 67. What on earth is a Taz 67? So it's like a little bus type thing. So if we do a search by buses, I mean, there are some interesting vehicles in here, but no, maybe it's not a bus. Maybe it's a police car, or maybe it's a personal car. No. Again, this is something that's going to happen, is that we will lose access to personal cars until like the mid-60s. You can see at the moment all our personal cars now are kind of disappeared. If we want personal cars now, I think we've got to come into here, and no, we've got no personal cars now. That's a bit weird. Never mind. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, we've got a tank now. This comes back to something which I mentioned previously about having an arms industry, but maybe that will be something in the future. Yeah. Where our birth rate's improving. We've got no over 21s again. What we will get here eventually is some fairly fierce unemployment, but I've actually got 2 universities in here, but that's okay. We have super education in here. It's a bit of a mistake, I think, because I built the headquarters here. I think we can increase the workforce here, because what I want to do is just make sure everybody's occupied here as we go forward, because when we get to 1944, if we start to get a surplus workforce, what we're going to do then is start working on pushing out this way with respect to providing some workers out here, because at the moment the coal supply is coming from the workforce here, but we do need to start building in this area here. So probably our next target will need to be building in the infrastructure to get our iron mine online here, although we do need some local building to get done here as well. But that's okay. We can work with that. I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of go on general patrol. Actually, let's have a quick look, because of course we did the auto. So it looks like we've replaced another vehicle here. We're replacing a logging tractor, which can be a bit of a problem. Right, we've got another Russo bolt. Now, what I want to do with this guy is we're going to keep churning them out for a little while, because I need to get him into here because we will start to get the waste build up here. And actually, we just check what these settings. Steelton local. We'll call this local dump. And that would mean that I can see here what we've got here. We shouldn't be producing any there. Now, the biological waste, we're going to go from the local dump. Now, this is where things could get. What I'm going to do is wait for everything to turn up here, and then we'll see how things actually go. Let's just see what the waste pickup is actually like here. Right, we've got a little bit of waste overflow here. It's probably hazardous waste, so let me just see. Right, the hazardous waste we've got to, where can we? I think at the moment we're just going to let it store up in there. What we'll do is collect hazardous waste, normal waste, biological waste, and not separate anything else out at the moment. Let me just see. We'll do a bit of biological there. We don't have all our waste dumps up and operational at the moment, so we are going to need to see if we can get those built. I think one of them over here is finished. No, that's a waste of time. Demolish chute. We'll replace you with that. Yeah, I built a couple of small ones, which is like I built into here. The trouble with these small versions, which if I show you here, is these ones here. The problem with these is that you can't separate out the waste, which is a waste, in the sense that you really want to separate at least out the biological and the biological and, well, the hazardous waste gets separated automatically. So we'll come in here. Look, I think we're good at the moment. Now, just to give you an update of what's going on over here is we are working on building out our road here, our road infrastructure. In the next part, we will start building our town. In fact, there's one thing that I do want to actually do here. I want to be kind of a kilometer roughly. Wow. We're kind of thinking about putting our town about here, aren't we? This might not work. Let me just see. Because what I want to do here is, I was thinking about this, is I want to put in a small what I want to do is put this small hydroelectric plant in here, so that the idea is that this will act the same way as this one does, and it will provide a, this will provide 512 megawatts of power, which is kind of a third of a normal power station. The reason I wanted to put this in is the fact that I want to have an independent power supply over here to run this side of the actual map. And what I most likely will do is bring in a low yield power line from about here if I remember correctly. We got that there. So what we could do is bring in a in fact, let's just do it. If I put you maybe in a little bit closer like that, put you down closer to the water like that. Oops. I think we'll use an asphalt road here. Now this is only providing power to this area. And how much power are you drawing at the moment? Nothing. It says you got maximum 19 megawatts, but this isn't a 19 megawatt power line. It's a 10, isn't it? It's a 10. I've lost it. Where are you? It's got the hoop over the top. Yeah. So we got a 10 megawatt here. So what I'm thinking is that we'll take out an 8 from here. Go across the river. How far can we stretch that? And we will run you to there. Except that. I just want to make sure this is all joined up. That's there. That's there. So what we're going to do is put an 8 megawatt power line into here, which will then work with our hydroelectric power plant here to drive all the resources into this area here. Of course, out here we will have a farm. I'm not actually sure we got a place name out there, but and what that does is it will ensure that this area is self-contained, because it will have its own hydroelectric power plant should anything go wrong over here. And at the same time, if the hydroelectric plant catches fire or gets destroyed by an earthquake, we've got an ancillary power supply coming in here. And this is part of the thinking that you need to adopt when you are planning to deal with earthquakes. Just want to check these. We're already out of crops here. Wow. We are producing a phenomenal amount of food here. Missing resource water. Do you need water? I didn't realise that. Ah, you need a water supply. Okay. So you're wasting your time at the moment. You're drawing 4.5 litres of water. So you're going to need your own water supply. Okay. I didn't realise that. But it's not the end of the world. I think if we come here, go underground, we've got... I don't want to come off this water supply. Trouble is, that's also going to mean that we're going to need a sewage supply as well. So, because we put water to here. Right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to build in... I put in a sewage line there. Hook you up that way. We'll build the sewage line first. Hopefully. Yep. I didn't notice that when... Okay, we'll put you there. Put you on high priority. High priority. And then we will put in a water substation close by as well. Can't build due to infrastructure. Let me just look at something. Is that's not finished yet, but it can be accessed from that side. So this bit has been built, so we can remove that little bit of footpath there. We want that built up high, and then means I can get a water substation just in here, and we can put that to there. And then what I've got to do is run a large water pipe. I could take it off this line, which goes down to there, but considering the extra distance, I could take the water supply. Let me just look at the loading on the water. We've got overpressure on that. Water flow. You've got 15 meters through there. I'm kind of half tempted to run the water supply off the back of here. Looks like we got fire. The downside if I come off of here is that I'd have to put a pump in. I think, let me just look at the pump loading. We've got a lot of water being consumed over there. We don't have that much water being consumed over here, and we do have an overpressure here. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm a little bit leery about that. We're going to come off of the water tower, just using natural pressure to run to there. I've messed that up, haven't I? We're going to need a footpath there so that what we'll do is get these guys working on these directly. Get that built, we'll get the water supply into there. That's good. I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so we're going to just have a quick look round and see what's going on. We've got a warehouse here that's on fire, but we've got the food supplies there. Let's just have a look at can you guys unfinished road. I think that one is a little bit too short for excavators. Okay, looks like we got a problem here. Let's pause the game. I just want to allocate you to up run. Who's broken down over here? What have we got? Okay, we've got, what are you? You're a large container. You're a Russo bolt. Large container. You are complete trash. So you've got to go no matter what happens. We just need to find a replacement. That's an example of the fact that, well, I've lost it now, but actually if we go back, the game's still on pause. This is an example of the fact that you look at this vehicle hasn't quite reached our criteria. So if I go there and show you here and show you it's 18 years, but this is 7.89 and it's reached 100%. So really what I've got to do now is drop this to 17 years. And then what will happen is this one would be auto replaced. But of course we don't need that, but we do need a replacement for it anyway. Hopefully we would have built a Russo bolt here, so you can come there. Yeah, we're going to need to churn out a few more of these vehicles. Let me just I mean, it's going to keep building them anyway, but I think get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and then we're going to go back to always need covered holes, so get you built there. And just a final check here with respect to, yeah, so we are now starting to replace our heavy waste hauler. I think the heavy waste haulers are being replaced like for like at the moment. Yeah, because I don't have any other options with that. What is this? Okay, you're you need to be 1929 garbage truck. I think at the moment we're replacing these with these because they're the slightly better one. Russo Bolt. You're 22. I think you've got a heavier. Let me just look at this. 4.5. I think we're going to replace you with the Russo bolts as well. I mean, they're not fast, but I just want to try and standardize the fleet a little bit. You're 22. I think we're going to replace you with the Russo bolts as well, just to get them standardized. Yeah, we're going to standardize all of these now. You're a large one as well. Yeah. Actually, I just had a thought. This 1929 garbage, you're small. That's a mistake. You need to replace you because you're a small one. You're a small container as well. This one here, the ammo F15 is, you are a small one, so you need to be replaced by, anyway, so we're going to need to buy some 1920, build some 1929 trucks as well. I think we can actually, let me just take a look at this. Waste trucks. Waste truck. We need a replacement for the, we've got a small Russo bolt here. Right, we're going to need that to be able to replace our smaller ones, so I'm going to have to spend the money on that template. Waste truck. I'm going to queue up a few of those as well, and then we'll just get rid of you and then put the covered holes there as well. That should give us a replacement regime for our thingies here. Got 3,000 tons in here. You can see at the moment our fertilizer truck should be spreading that, and if we come to over here, look at our farm, we should have fertilizer. We've got both types of fertilizer in here. You've now got fuel, and we are building up our fertility for this area as well. Right, so just to finish off, I know I've said it before, but I will get it sorted. Quick look, that needs to be high priority. Broken vehicle, right. I'll sort that out off camera. We got, yeah, they're only complaining about a pub and a tavern. Don't understand why this guy, why you're not getting meat. What's causing the problem here? It's not everyone. I get the feeling that we might need to improve the connection here. I think we're at one there to be built, and temporarily we're putting that or mud footpath there, just to make sure that everyone's getting their fair share. Yeah, you complained about no one lives here. Okay, that's okay. It says garbage container overflowing, health risk. Okay. Why haven't we got? Oh, haha, that's not built. Yeah, the reason for this is a small container here, and you'll probably find our guys over here are a little bit busy. Yeah, we could bring in temporarily. We could bring in another 1929. Where are you? Garbage truck. Let's bring you in. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is play through until the middle of February, and then in the next part we'll see what else we can do. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.